in Philly. Today, a couple of rivals from the NFC East squaring off. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And away we go at the link. On the return, Britton Covey. This makes it up to the 25. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him. And he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's stepping. Here we go. Right away, we've got a loose ball. And they scoop it up. They can still run with it. And what an effort after everything seemingly went off the rails, Brock. He never gave up on the play, and he turns it into an excellent result. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
He's got it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down throwing for Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Barkley off the pistol again. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stopped just a little bit shy of the marker.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there. Reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. It's a sneak. Hurts. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
2 yards on the play.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB who wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
It's inside the 10. And he's out just before he can hit the end zone, but what a nice 1st and goal here from the 2.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. Hurts now from the gun. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step one towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
Well, we're already seeing his legs going to be a factor in this contest. I'll tell you.
Going the wrong way. It's second and goal now, back at the 12. Operating from the gun. Here's Sertz. Throw is caught.
Complete to number 6, Devontae Smith.
Anticipating the pass. Defense out there in dime. It's third and goal. Now her. As he was trying to make something happen. And the defensive down away from completing this stand. It's fourth and goal.
A couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it. And they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
So on fourth down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. Elliott connects there. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
With how well they were eating up yards and first downs, you know that kicker wanted to come out for a PAT, but he'll take a field goal, and he'll take 3.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Kate, when you partner a relentless work ethic with elite athleticism, you get Jaden Daniels. He put on an absolute show. One of the best rookie years in the history of the game for a quarterback. And with a work ethic and speed and arm, I don't know why he would ever slow down.
Again for the first time to Rashawn White. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
6.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. Motioning him from the slot right. Running on second with White. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. And on the south had that incredible breakout season last year was Zach Bond.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third and short, Daniels making the call himself. And he's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Washington first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Throwing on first down, Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. Back to their own side of the field now, Brock. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Hartman. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And this is all the way to the 13-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for White. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. To his back, here's Rashad White. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. He's going to have the Washington touchdown. The Commanders finish off their opening drive. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? It sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. The Commanders have an early lead. We'll return to the link right after this. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Here's Smith on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Eagles about set to get going for their 2nd drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. A play fake now hurts to throw. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. A nice gain of 13 yards as it down.
Sure seemed like he was going with that off the snap.
1st down. Play action, Hurts has it. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
1st down, a run with Barkley. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Hurts to throw. He's got Brown on the slant. And he just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Completed left side to Smith. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. And again, here's Hurts. We'll put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
So after the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and goal. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a 2nd quarter lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his block right off the scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles push their lead to 3.
Commanders 7.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Here comes the Washington offense out to the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by White. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Finds the in route, complete. And he's right up next to that 1st down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Daniels keeps it himself. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for a Commander's first down.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
Here's the option, give to White. Saw Lane hit it quick, call that a gain of 7. Nicely done.
Well, that you will take it in the NFL.
And 3.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Tight end in motion right. Now Daniels off the play action. Now here he goes. And Daniels with a smart business decision, sliding down after getting that first.
A 7-yard gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
1st and 10, it's a gift to White. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. In this first half. More football from the link coming up in just a moment. Daniels now on first down. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And they take him down right along the 30.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And Daniels with a smart business decision, sliding down after getting that first.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
All set now, 1st and 10. Daniels now. Escapes the pocket. And he's tackled for a short gain. Following the play, we have an injured Commander. The training staff out there to check on him as we pause. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion. It can be effective when you got an excellent route running away on that route from man coverage.
It's 2nd timeout. What's left of this half?
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. And that is a Washington touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
on is Moody for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Commanders take a 4-point lead.
The score, Commanders 14, Eagles 10.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Here's Smith on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Eagles taking over now late in the first half. With the time remaining, let's see if they can get this in the field goal range. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's running with it. And this line puts a bow on this play after a game of about 6. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Kate, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. From the pistol, Hurts. It's on the in route. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
First down throwing for Hurts. He's got it downfield near the edge. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And the ball's loose. And the Commanders pick this one up. So they steal away possession and add some extra yards for their offense after that fumble return.
Washington.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second and 3 now. Here's Daniels. Throwing this for the end zone. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone, but they just can't finish the play.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Big thank you to our guy Scott Hansen and the gang down in Orlando. Got a close one here, Brock, as our second half gets underway. Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Commander offense with the football first to begin quarter number 3. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he gives himself up after a short gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Motion man left is Brown. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. On the left side. And he'll get this up to the 33-yard line. Knocked down by Jahan Campbell.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And this is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. Give them 32 on that play. And that's good for a Washington first down.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger gain.
Out of the gun, White. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Now Daniels to throw. Running right side by McLaurin. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. A gain of 15 there. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. The give now to White. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. This one set up for Daniels. And they'll still have some work to do now on 3rd down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Send a pretty clear message to the QB right there on that one. No one fooled for a second as they create the tackle for loss.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? To the air on 3rd and long. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Commanders grow the lead coming out of halftime. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
On is Moody for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders drive their lead to 11.
Commanders 21, Eagles 10. Jake Moody.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Here's Smith on the return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. They'll work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a one-score game. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
Hurts looking to throw. It's a screen to Barkley. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This is complete, downfield to Smith. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Hurts setting up to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Saquon Barkley, the intended target. So 2nd down coming up.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Hurts gets it out. Pick up a 3. Chip it away a few here ahead of this 3rd down. It's Hurts once again. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he takes it down to the 33. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
You know, these are the type of... This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
That's Smith on the slant. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Smith. It's a gain of 20. First down, Eagles.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd and 3 now. And again, here's Hurts. Has it in close. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles start the 2nd half with some needed points. Dallas Goedert, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance. Nick Sirianni telling his offense they're going for it. 2-point attempt coming.
The Eagles will set up for the...
They give it to the back of the zone read. And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in the lead. Only a field goal now.
Commanders 21, Eagles 18.
Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Return starts at the 3. He dodged the tackle. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. They've got a man in motion. Daniels setting up the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
A loss of 6 yards. It's 2nd down.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Commanders who hold the lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry this through the end. Might be time to reach into the bag of tricks on second down. 16 to go following the sack. They kick the running back in motion. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest. And that one forces a 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series. But don't tell the defense, because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up 4th down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline. And now their offense gets a chance in a 1-score game.
Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And they'll only need to figure out a couple of yards here, as they're going to start with 1st and goal from the 2. Now the punt return nearly didn't. The offense get a chance to find the end zone here themselves. It's 1st and goal. They're gonna run with Barkley. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Eagles take a 4th quarter lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles take a 4-point lead.
It's the score, Eagles 25, Commanders 21.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Commanders set to take over. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Daniels back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, but you couldn't do it.
He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
So 1st down from the 41. Daniels from the pistol. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And Daniels with a smart business decision, sliding down after getting that first.
14 more yards. That's That's another Washington Commanders first down.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
They're going option keeper on 1st and 10. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Washington first down.
19 more yards. That's another Washington first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here goes White. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Daniels. He's keeping it. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
A gain of 6.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Lewis caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take a 4th quarter lead. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Moody knocks that point through. And
the Eagles 25.
out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Covey now to return this. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this 4th quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline. Yeah,
I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Massive hit. The ball is out. But it looked like an eagle flew in and was first to the ball. They're going to maintain possession. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice. But kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Hurts. Short pass brought in. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. From the pistol, Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking to throw. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to 4th down.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure. Let the cover guys go shut it down.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And this defense, boy, just beyond frustrated this late in the game. How's a group supposed to deal with him as a passer, Brock, and dedicate the resources needed to slow down this type of day on the ground, too? All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Slot man's in motion right. He gives here to the motion man. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Daniels. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. Third and 4 coming up now. He's back to throw. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Play action now. Daniels. He'll step up, and there he goes. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
Commanders, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So 1st down from the 41. Play fake here. Daniels. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard
It's a
line.
gain of 14 yards.
Big gain, 14 on the play.
Another
And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Commanders only up by a few. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. A designed run. Daniels will keep it. They break the huddle. It's second down now. From the gun, a run for White. Ran into a wall that time. Couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so third down now.
No gain on the play.
Made it all
Leads
look
to
so
third
simple, didn't he?
and
That
11.
linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Setting up for the kneel down on third. This one left for Daniels. So score this as a win for the Commanders. This was a game they had circled a long time ago, Brock. You bring a division rival into your building, you want to make a statement at their expense and get that W.
We know it's not just an axiom, right? That it's so hard to win any game in the NFL. It is. They're difficult to do. But a division rival in your own building, it almost feels like a must-win, and that's the juice they played with today.
So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the